Hello and welcome back to this amazing episode. Now, at the end of this video lecture, you will understand the meaning of the this keyword. So there's a special keyword in class context or in OOP. We call it this keyword. Okay. Now, this keyword is very important. The main reason why this exists is sometimes you want to make reference to the current object you are dealing with. Now, when we go down, you see we've created Apple object. Okay. Now, this keyword, when used in class, it simply refers to the object you will perform the action on. How can we make this clear? So we can see we have one function here. The name of the function is, the name is for, and then the definition is simply going to output fruit has fallen. So let's come down here. Let me just clear the accessing side. Let me just remove it. So I'll call the apple dot for. Okay, if it's a function, you have to add a round bracket when you call it. So it means we've called the function for on the object. If we execute, let's look at the result of this. You see fruit has fallen. Okay, now let me quickly create another object and we will look at something. Okay, so we have the second object ready. So the first object is the fruit, and then the second object is the banana object. So we call the first we call the for method on the apple, and this display the fruit has fallen. Let me do the same thing here. So apple dot not apple, sorry, banana dot for. So two objects are here and we are actually calling the for method on each of them. So we execute the program. You can see both of them are outputting fruit has fallen, fruit has fallen. This is the first one, and then the last one being banana. Now we go to the class and then you check the implementation of the for method. You see it's just a simple cout we have here. Okay, a cout and then displaying the information. Now what I want to do is, I think this one will be more descriptive. Okay, now if you look at what we have now, fruit has fallen. What is that fruit that has fallen? So it makes sense for us to know the name of the fruit that has fallen. Okay, so what I'll do is, instead of having fruit appended or instead of having fruit here, I'll just make it, if the fruit is orange, it will come as orange has fallen. If the fruit we are dealing with is coconut, it can be coconut has fallen, something like that. Okay, so to do that, that is where the this keyword will be used. Okay, so what I'll do is, this arrow sign will come and then the name. Now this keyword will represent any object you call the method on. So if you are calling the method on the apple, this keyword in that context will belongs to the apple, and then the name will simply go to the object and then what, get the name property on the object. So any object you call the for method on, this keyword will represent that object, and then when it targets the object, it will just point to its attribute. That is how it works. So calling it on the apple, this keyword will represent apple. If you call it on the banana, this keyword will represent the what? The banana object that you've created. Okay, so when it targets the banana, then the arrow we have here is simply pointing to the object's name attribute. So this is going to be generic. It's going to work for all the methods, all the objects you create in your program. That this will represent that object, and then its name is what is going to be there. So this time around, if we run the program, you can see instead of having a general run, you can see now big apple fruit has fallen, and then red banana fruit has also fallen. So that this keyword is able to give us the name of the object. Okay, let me add one last method and then we'll look at how the method will also work. Okay, so the next method is ready. Print info. The goal of this function is, whenever we call the print info function, it should display the information about the object we are dealing with. So the name of the object will come, the color of the object, and its texture. Right, now look at this. We have the name appended. Okay, to what we have here. Now with the name label, we are saying this arrow and then name. Color, the same thing is happening, and then texture. So when you call this function on any method, okay, be it the apple or the banana, what will happen is the program will just go to the object and then give you the value you have given to the name attribute on that object. Okay, so if we call it on the apple, the name will be big apple. That's because it's the assigned value for the name attribute on it. The texture will also give you what? Smooth. So that's the goal of this keyword. This represents the object in question, and then after the arrow, whatever name that comes is the property on that object. You have to always make sure that this keyword will point to an actual attribute you have. If the attribute doesn't exist here, it's an error. Okay, you can't point to something that is not there. So this is a pointer to the object. Okay, a pointer to the object. Now I'll execute. So print info function is called. Now that the print info function is called, let's run the program and see. So we run it. Let me just add a space in between them. So a blank cout will simply give us a space, an empty cout and L. It will differentiate the two of them. So the for method is executed. That is this particular one. Code are always read from top to bottom. So when it started, the for method was called on the object first. That's why I can see it got executed first. Then right from there, we have the print info in action. So calling the print info on the apple is giving us all the information particular or specific to the apple. That's because of this keyword. It will make sure it gets you values particular to the object you call. So whenever you see any this, it represents the object you will call the method on. That is how it works. Now let's come down here, and then I'll also call the print info on the banana. So calling this one after executing. So big apple fruit has fallen. This is the print info function. The information is about the apple. Coming down here, see red banana fruit has also fallen, and then this is the information about the red banana. If you check from this side, you can see that's the same thing we assigned. If you change it from this side, it's also going to affect what will come out. Okay. Now the good news is that this keyword is used in so many languages. It's not only in C++. So and having understanding of what this thing happens, is going to help you in the long run. Okay. Just keep in mind that you use this keyword to represent the object's attribute. So this name, that means the object you call the method on, its attribute is what we are targeting. Okay, now that's the goal of this lecture. I just want to explain to show you the meaning of this keyword. Okay, stay tuned and we'll continue on in the next lecture. Bye bye.